Hi friends, it's Danielle. I'm here today to show you another request that I had was to show how to flatten these bottle caps with the Big Shot machine. So if you saw my Father's Day Daddy journals, you saw that I put some flattened bottle caps as tabs on the side of pages, and so I wanted to show you what I do. Now, I don't know if this is bad for your Big Shot, Sizzix, any kind of die cutting machine. I don't know. I've done it with mine and it's been fine, but I don't know if I'm sure it's not intended to do this. But what I do is I take the thicker plate and I put it down so as if it were whatever you would use if you were doing a thinlet, a thinlet die, and then you put the bottom plate on top, and the bottle cap, you want the image to be facing you, so you don't want to put it like this. You want the image to be facing you, and then you put the top plate on, and then you just roll it through your machine. And I usually go forward and back, and then just like your dies, it kind of sticks to the plate a little bit, and then it's flattened. So you can see, let me see if I have another one. It kind of starts out like that and ends like this. And then you have some options. So let me move this out of the way. And I'll bring these things into frame here because I wanted to show you some different things that you can do with these. So let me see. Starting with this one. So if you wanted to use, so right now I'm working on some bottle caps for some journals that I'll have this week. I'll give you a glimpse of them. This Pollyanna, a cordite freeze box, and this Better Homes and Garden cookbook, and they're all kind of Americana themed. So I will do a video flip throughs of those, but I wanted to kind of show you what I'm making these for. But you do kind of have options. So you could, of course, just kind of pick a page. Let's just say this page, and like I did with the Father's Day Daddy books, just glue this on to the page, and it would be a tab. And it's, let me see if I can find a milk cap to show you the difference. Here's one. So it's about, not too much. I mean, it's a little bit wider than a milk cap, thicker, but you know, after you've flattened it, it doesn't add too much more bulk than a milk cap would. So you could put it on the side of the page. You could, this is a little tag. You could make it as like a tab for a tag. Lots of different things. So what I wanted to show you was, in the past, I have taken, this is one I did, I flattened one, and then on Etsy, you can buy these printables that are, either you can buy a 1-inch printable. This is, so any bottle cap is about 1 inch, the circle diameter. So you can either buy those and use like a 1-inch punch, or I'll show you, because I can't find my punch, I'll show you what else you can do. Or you can buy, a lot of times they sell images that are 2 inches in diameter. So diameter is like from here to here, and you just need to scale down the printing. So like if it's 2 inches, you kind of have to play with it a little bit, but a lot of times, like for these that I did, these originally came in 2 inches, and I scaled it down to 55%, and it ended up being just about right, just a little tiny bit bigger than 1 inch. So so that's an option, and I'll show you kind of how to do this process. But if you wanted to then punch a hole in it and make it a dangle for a paper clip, or let me see, this is another journal I'm working on. It's a craft text journal that has a tassel. So you could Let me see if I can find, like this one I did to show you. This is another technique. So you could put it as part of a tassel to make it a charm, or a paper clip. We'll go over that. So there's lots of different options. All right, so we've got those things covered. If you do want to do this technique, I wanted to show you, I peeled the back off of one of these. So if you'll look, it has this kind of rubbery seal thing on it, and you can just peel that off. So this one I peeled off to show you, so that it's not adding this dimension to the back of the bottle cap. So I showed you that, and then, all right, so then you have some options. So if, I'm sure you guys have all seen like something like this on Instagram or YouTube or Etsy, a little keychain bottle cap. And these you can buy ones that are already punched with a little ring on them from Amazon, or you can buy colored ones. And I've never seen the colored ones with rings, but with the hole punched already in the ring. But honestly, it's been years since I've even looked. So because I don't make these all the time, they might sell them now. I don't know. You just have to check it out. But they do sell colored ones also. So then you have those options. And so let's say let's just pick one. We'll do this one. So this is the one, it comes just like this, with the hole punched already, and the little, it's like the same as a keychain split ring or whatever these things are called. And you want to do that. So then the other thing you need to do is have these little, I don't know, they're kind of plasticky, they're little stickers. So these they sell on Amazon, or they also sell these at Hobby Lobby in the jewelry section. So they're just these thin little stickers that act as little domes. They also make these glass ones that are thicker. I'll show you one that I did with that. It's a little more technique sensitive, and I never really took the time to kind of get it down. So I'm not too comfortable showing you that technique. Let me get a new one, because I don't know if I ruined that one by it falling on the desk. So, all right, so what you would do is you would take the little sticker, and this is how I did it because I can't find my punch. So well, let's do this one. I like this one better. So you just kind of place it where it's centered and stick it down. And as you can tell, this one's a little bit bigger, but I got the area of the image that I wanted the most. So I will see what I did with my scissors. And just kind of come in here and just cut right around that circle. So just kind of trim it. And if you have a 1-inch punch, then it's easier, but you have to line it up perfectly. So this way you kind of have a little bit of wiggle room. All right, so we cut that out, and now it's sealed in there. And then, so this one we were gonna place in here. So what we'll do is grab any kind of like jewelry glue. This is what I have. All of this glue is kind of a pain for me. It dries up and gets really goopy, but I think that that's what you would need. This is all I've ever used, because it can stick to the metal. So you want something that'll stick to the metal. So you just put the glue on the back of this. Kind of spread it around. And then just stick it down on the bottle cap. And then of course let it dry. And you have your little charm. So that's that version. And then you would do this version the exact same way. So let me see. I think I already did this one and trimmed it out. So I'll just do this. Whoops. You guys probably don't need to see me put glue on the back of this, but I'm still learning how to stay in frame, so bear with me. And then we have this one. Okay, so then let me show you if you want to turn one of these into if you want to turn it into having a little, if you don't want to use it as a tab and you want to use it as on a paper clip or a tassel or something like that, then you need to put one of those split rings and a hole in this. And in order to do that, as far as I know, you have to have one of these bottle cap punches. And I have no idea where I got this from. I don't think when I got it, I even knew what it was for, to be honest with you. But this is a bottle cap punch, so it will punch through the metal. And you just kind of, I'll try to get in frame here so you can see. You just kind of find a spot, and you want it to make sure you're centering it with your image if you're doing it this way. Otherwise, you could do it, put the hole in the ring in it first and then put the picture in, so you can be sure it's centered. But you just kind of find a good spot in the middle. And whoops, that one didn't work out. So let me try a different one. Let's just use this one. So you have to kind of, like you can see here, I did it too close to the edge, and it kind of perforated that, but we'll try again. Okay, so now we have our hole, and you'll just open your little split ring. And feed it onto here. It's difficult to do this through the lens of a camera, but I'm sure you all know how to put a little split ring on. It's just like a keychain. So then you can turn that one into a little charm. So let me see if there's, okay, so then I wanted to show you some ideas that you could do. I showed you already the tassel. If you added it onto a tassel, this is a paper clip. You can add it right onto the paper clip here. And then if you wanted to, you could kind of add a little bit of decoration. This is just one I had pre-made, a little bead charm that I had made. And you can either loop it onto here, or you can, I'll just loop it onto on the paper clip first. So you get a little dangle here. And if you put it onto that, it looks a little bit better, but you get the idea. So you can dress it up and do what you like with it. So let's see. I'll show you kind of, if you put it on a page like this, it kind of hangs down on the side of your book. So I think that was what I wanted to show you. I know the original question was how to flatten it on with the die cutting machine, and that's, like you saw, pretty straightforward. Just make sure you have the image facing up and you have the same setup that you would use for a thinlit die, and you can flatten them. Like I said, I don't know if it's bad for your machine or not, but it's been okay for mine. That's all I can tell you. And you know, this is not my original idea. I know you guys have probably seen these online, and honestly, I don't know who I originally saw this from. This was, you know, years ago. But I'm not claiming this to be my original idea or anything. This is, and I don't know how anybody else does it. This is just the way that I've figured out works for me to do it. So if you have any questions at all, if you need any help with this or any questions, just leave me a comment in the comment section below, or you can send me a message through my Etsy shop and I will do my best to answer your questions. These printables specifically were from PrettiePrintables. I'll put the shop in my description box. And I think that's about it for this video. So the next video will be flip throughs of those 3 Americana journals. And I will see you in that video. Have a good evening. Bye.